Hello, Investy Besties. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you don't miss an upload. And leave me a comment down below for the algorithm. It helps to grow the channel. If you hear any sound noise in the background, that's my filter, allergies, postnasal drip. You guys get it. Sinus problems. That's how, I have to go through the summer. But we're going to continue pushing on, and I have a really, really great requested type of video today, and I figured I would frame it in a way where we could just have a conversation, right? I'm not going to share any screenshots, though I do share a ton of them, but we're going to have a conversation about why most investors lose money. If you look up the statistics, 90% of investors do not make money in the stock market, and I'm going to share with you the 5 most popular reasons why. Now, I have kind of fell into some of these traps when I first started to invest. So I want you to know that you are not alone if you find yourself in any of these specific categories. The idea is to kind of learn, right? And then once we learn and know about it, we can kind of move on and make good decisions with our money. And so one of the things that I've learned over the years, this is 9 years now that I've been like a DIY investor. We are retail investors. Those of us who are kind of buying on Robinhood or Webull or Moomoo or Fidelity on our own, we are considered retail investors. We are considered DIY. We are putting our own portfolios together. However, most retail investors, most of the regular folks like us who are investors do not make money in the stock market. And these are some of the reasons why. Now you see right here, number 1 is little patience. So we're going to get right to this. This is something that really plagued me when I first started. When I first started to invest and I was curious about it and I wanted to learn more, I would go on the internet and type in, how to invest. And there were a lot of videos coming up saying, well, you can just, put money in this particular stock or fund or whatever. And you're going to make, double or triple your money within a month or something like that. And I went into investing with the wrong mindset. Once I started to discover Warren Buffett and some of the really seasoned investors who actually shared what they were investing in, I realized that investing is long term. And when I say long term, if you have been investing on your own for less than 3 to 5 years, you are still considered a new investor. So if you're going into this expecting, a big return, especially during a pandemic, then you may be going into it with the wrong mindset. And like I said, I have been there. I would buy the hype stock or something like that because I saw someone else do it. I had no idea about researching fundamentals, looking at technicals, reading books, listening to podcasts. I just jumped in. And so I didn't have any patience. And one of the things you will learn really, really quickly is that the stock market is it's not a person, right? It's just numbers. It's companies and numbers and a lot of money. And so if you go into it with an emotional mindset, you're going to lose money really, really quickly. So this is the long game. Like we always say, long term. Sometimes I don't think we mean it because we want to get a return right away. Long term is 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. The second reason why most investors lose money is because they're timing the market. This is something else that I did. So you guys are going to learn from my mistakes, okay? Your Investy Bestie has been there. So I have been the type of person who would say, you know what, I'm going to wait until the market crash. And then when the market crash, I tell myself, well, it's going to crash some more, so I'm just going to continue to wait. The whole time I was sitting on the sidelines, and then you know what always happened? I mean, this happened every single time. The market would just turn around. And keep in mind, the market doesn't need any rhyme or reason, and it doesn't need to make sense for the market to turn around. It will just turn around and then start taking off. And I'm sitting there on the sidelines like, wait a minute. What happened? I thought it was supposed to crash some more. So I stopped timing the market. I essentially DCA. Now you will hear a lot of investors talk about this dollar cost average. If you want to know what that is in layman's terms, every time you get paid, consistently put money into the stock market. You don't have to worry about timing it. You don't have to worry about how much is this stock price. Every single time you get some money in your hand, invest a small portion of it into the stock market. Just keep that habit going consistently. And over time, you're going to get the best price. But if you're trying to time the market, you're going to lose out. Year to date, if you've been just investing consistently, your account should be up. Like literally, your account should be up. I'm going to do a video on our mid-year financial goals and a net worth like mid-year update. And when I say our net worth blew up, like it blew up. Why? Because all last year in 2022, when Amazon was trading in the 80s, $80 a share, $88 a share, I was buying. When Tesla was at like $105 a share, do you guys remember that? Tesla came all the way down like near $100 or something like that. Guess what? I was buying still because I was dollar cost averaging every time I got paid. Now, look at Tesla. I mean, almost at $300. Amazon, over $130 a share. Again, this is why I don't time the market. I just buy and hold over the long term, okay? Number 3 is that, and this is something that I really have gotten better with over the years, and that's life balance. I became obsessed with investing. Like when I say obsessed, I would dream about it. Like really, I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's when the stock market opens, 4 a.m. Eastern. I would be up, like always on my phone. When I say obsessed, obsessed. And what I realized is that investing started to take control of my life. I'm supposed to be the one in the driver's seat, right? I'm supposed to be the one, like the master of my money, but it became a master of me. And whenever the hierarchy changes, that spells trouble. And so I was obsessed with investing every single dollar, and I was not enjoying my life, my here and now. My children are growing up. I married, I have other things going on outside of the investing world. And one of the things I love that Warren Buffett says is that if investing is like taking control of you, then you are already starting on the wrong foot. Investing should be something that you do and then you move on with your life, whether it's building your business, whether it's, strengthening your relationships with your family or your friends, is enjoying life responsibly. It should not be like this monster over you, because you can experience burnout. That's what I experienced, burnout. Like I just felt like, okay, I want to do something. And that's why you've seen me at the beach. I was at Disney in June. I have another vacation in August. I budget all these things in. Now, I won't be able to invest as much during the summer, but I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my relationships. I'm investing in my mind and giving it a break. Because sometimes you need to just close the apps. Have you ever been there? Like you need to close the apps, close the laptop, and you just need to just take a break mentally, right? Sometimes you need a reset, and that's perfectly okay. And so having that balance, like I love to invest. You guys know I love dividends. I love, excuse me, guys. I love dividends. I love, all of the stuff to help us to achieve wealth. But I also put in our budgets vacation. I put in date nights. I put in family time. I put in, I'm going to actually buy a swim membership. I was talking about this on my Instagram. I swam in high school and I swam in college. I love swimming. But, when you become a parent, every time I go in the water, I'm watching my children. I'm not really like enjoying myself per se. I'm watching them. And so now that they're all bigger and they're in school during the day, I'm going to get a swim membership at the YMCA so I can swim during the day, because that's something that relaxes me. So having balance is so, so, so important when it comes to any financial goal. You will get burnout very, very quickly, and it doesn't end well. And so we want to make sure that we have a good balance there. Another reason why people lose money, right? They don't make money, is lack of research or education. Nowadays, you can easily go online. You can easily listen to the news. You can easily listen to like the CNBC or Jim Cramer's, and you just buy whatever they say. You don't really like take the time to research. And one of the reasons why I have an entire beginner investing 101 playlist that has videos on what a 401k is, what a Roth IRA is, how do you do a backdoor Roth, what are taxes that you could expect when it comes to your investments. I try to do a lot of educational based content. It's not sexy. It doesn't get a whole lot of views, but if you don't understand what you are investing in, that's a surefire way to lose money. I've been there. I jumped into a stock or jumped into a fund because I saw someone else do it. And I never asked myself, hey, does this person show their portfolio so that I see what they're telling me to do, they're actually doing too? I didn't demand anything of what I was ingesting. I was just following people. And so every time I come on here, I'll always say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary, but I show the actual account. And I tell you, this is how you research, not just go on and research, but I show you how to do it. Because if you know how to just basically, excuse me, guys, if you know the basic fundamentals of who the CEO is, what service or product, if you are buying a stock, you should know what it is that they do. These are the things that I try to help you to understand so that we can have financial literacy at the forefront. I share the websites that I use to research. I share with you some of the people that I even watch. I'm always talking about Warren Buffett. Why? So that you can go on and learn, listen to podcasts, listen to the books. I mean, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's a ton of investing books, audio books that's on YouTube for free. Listen to them in the car while you're cleaning up, while you're cooking dinner. This is how we can kind of build upon our education. And then last, but certainly not least, is selling in bear markets. This is something I also did. Market crashed. I got scared and sold, right? I learned my lesson the last time. When the pandemic happened, I just remembered what Warren Buffett said. Long term, we've been through many recessions in this country, and this is not the last one. There's going to be more. So if you think long term and you know what you're invested in is going to be around, I knew Amazon was going to be around. When Amazon was at like $88 per share, I knew in my heart, yeah, the market is falling, but Amazon is going to be around. And I held on. That's what I tell myself. I tell myself in bear markets, that's when wealth is created because you're buying assets. You're buying into billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies at a discount, right? If we go to Best Buy on Black Friday, which I have done, out there at 2 o'clock in the morning in the freezing cold, camping out so that I can get a TV for $100. And I see assets on sale in the market and I'm scared. Psychologically, that doesn't even make sense, but that's why I read and I try to track our progress so that it helps me to stay motivated when I do get anxious sometimes if the market just keeps falling and falling, and so I can go back and say, you know what, it's not so great now, but long term the markets always come back. Again, year to date, the market is up. So these are the 5 reasons why most investors lose money in the stock market. And I wanted to share with you my experiences with these reasons so that it will help you to, like, if you find yourself in these situations, that you're not alone and that you can overcome it, right? So if you want to share down below with, myself and some of the other members of this community, like, have you been victim to one of these situations before? Have you overcome them? Are you still there and you're still struggling and you need some motivation? Let me know down below so that we can encourage you and other members of this community, right? Because at the end of the day, I want us all to achieve our financial goals, and we can do it. I know we can do it. So that is the video, y'all. That's the video for today. Please let me know how you liked it. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. It helps me to get onto the algorithm. And I really, really do appreciate all of your support. If you want to join our investing study groups, our next one is going to be on July 30th. We're going to be talking about managing finances in a relationship. And the special guest that I will have there will be my husband. So if you want to meet him and have Q&As and all of that, make sure you check out the link below. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.